yes, the American Revolution, they're free from the British, but there may be some people, a large amount of people, living domestically that aren't exactly free. One of them you just referred to as a lamb in your previous line. Whoops. Hello everyone, I'm Mark Daniel Patrick. Thank you so much for checking out the channel. Let's get right into some comment shoutouts from last week's video, which was The World is Wide Enough from Hamilton. If you haven't seen that video, I'll throw that one up top. Please go watch that video as well. Our first comment comes to us from Ryan, who says, "What is a legacy? It's planting seeds in a garden you will never get to see." And it's such a good line, isn't it? I think Hillary Clinton, I think, used that at one of her Democratic convention speeches. And it's so true, right? That's all we're really doing is planting or laying the seeds of our lives, and who knows in 100 years how we're going to be remembered or how people are going to reflect back on the choices we've made. But I just felt like I had to highlight that one just because it is such a good line, and I didn't mention it in the video, which I should have, but this is just such a, it's such a good line, so I had to cover that there. Thanks so much, Ryan. Our next comment comes to us from Emma, who says, "I've never been so early to this channel." Well, what are you waiting for, Emma? Now I'm expecting the next Hamilton video is Who Lives, Who Dies, Who Tells Your Story. Whoops. Yeah, if I was smart at all, maybe that would have been the video I would follow up with this week, but we will get to it, I promise you. It is an important number, possibly the most important number of the show. So we will get to that one. I do promise you that. However, this week I decided to go with another video that is heavily requested on this channel. Now, what I've always loved about the setup to this song is in the first act, Hamilton says to Lafayette, "I'll see you on the other side." And of course, Lafayette, played by Daveed Diggs, never sees Hamilton again for the entire show. But on the other side of the intermission, we get this. This is Daveed Diggs with What Did I Miss?
17, 1789. How does the bastard, orphan, immigrant, decorated war vet unite the colonies through more debt? Fight the other founding fathers till he has to forfeit. Have it all, lose it all. You ready for more yet?
Love that piano line. It's the same as the beginning of the show.
Every American experiment sets a precedent. Not so fast, someone came along to resist him. Pissed him off until we had a two-party system. You haven't met him yet, you haven't had the chance. Cause he's been kicking ass as the ambassador to France. But someone's gotta keep the American promise. You simply must meet Thomas. Thomas! I'm Texas coming home. I'm Texas coming home. I'm Texas coming home. Lord, he's been off in Paris for so long. Following us to revolution, there is no more status quo. But the sun comes up and the world still spins. I have Lafayette draft a declaration, then I said I gotta go. Gotta be in Monticello, now the work at home begins. So what did I miss? What did I miss? Virginia, my home, sweet home, I wanna give you a kiss. I've been in Paris meeting lots of different ladies. I guess I basically missed the late 80s. I traveled the wide, wide world and came back to this.
So right at that line, it's so unbelievably clever that Lynn gives Jefferson a this jazzy blues sort of tune, because it just signifies how behind Jefferson is, right? He's been gone for so long, so he's kind of missed so much of what's happened in the United States. So the rap and the hip hop that we see from everyone else, Jefferson is so far behind that, so he gets that bluesy jazz number. But it's just so clever to throw that curveball into the score like this and to give it to this character.
There's a letter on my desk from the president. Haven't even put my bag down yet, Sally. Be a lamb, darling, won't you open it? It says the president's assembling a cabinet and that I am to be the Secretary of State. Great, and that I'm already sending place.
I just have to stop for a second and say the absolute hypocrisy that they throw onto Jefferson here is quite amazing. I mean, like, so first of all, how he sings his line of looking at the rolling hills and can't believe that we are free. Yes, the American Revolution, they're free from the British, but there may be some people, a large amount of people, living domestically that aren't exactly free. One of them you just referred to as a lamb in your previous line. So I love the hypocrisy that they throw on top of Jefferson in this number, and David obviously just eats it up perfectly.
My friend James Madison, red in the face. He grabs my arm and I respond, what's going on?
Thomas, we're engaged in a battle for our nation's very soul. Can you get us out of the mess we're in? Hamilton's new financial plan is nothing less than government control. I've been fighting for the South alone. Where have you been? France, West. We have to win.
What did I miss? What did I miss? Head first into a political abyss.
Head first into the abyss.
I had my first cabinet meeting today. I guess I better think of something to say. I'm already gone my way. We get to the bottom of this. What did I miss?
Okay, just before they get to that, I do have to make one quick comment. I'll do this quickly. This is one of the few times where the creative team behind Hamilton has set you up in a position where you can sort of mock your character. So you'd never want to come into a character, no matter how evil, how good, whatever they are, you're going to want to play the truth of that character and get to the human being behind whoever you're playing. But in this instance, though, everything is set up for you to mock this character as much as you want. And David is just absolutely taking it for a walk here in this number. And that's exactly the tone you want behind it.
Mr. Jefferson, welcome home.
Mr. Jefferson, Alexander Hamilton.
Mr. Jefferson,
I love that Hamilton just comes in and just basically starts singing his own song on top of Jefferson's. It's not the same melody. It's nothing. He just comes in, sings his own tune.
Mr. Jefferson, welcome home, sir. You've been all in Paris for so long. So what did I miss?
So good. David Diggs. And so he's got a decent tone overall in terms of his singing voice. He has a bit of a limited vocal range, I will say, but it's not a big deal. He does so well with his timing and his inflections to be able to sort of sing most of this song, which is exactly what's intended. That's perfectly fine. I will say maybe compared to the rest of the cast, he lacks the stamina of a traditional Broadway performer, right? Where if you listen to this song on the cast album, he sounds 100 times better than he sounds here, because to be able to, the small little quirky dance steps that he's doing and his movement around the stage, it does affect his singing voice, which is quite apparent compared to anyone else in the cast. But you hire David for a role like this for his energy and charisma on stage, not for a beautifully sung piece. So I think he's absolutely perfect for this role, a perfectly earned nomination as well, and that's just such a fun number. Alright, that's all the time we have for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to leave me a comment of what you thought of this video and what you'd like to see in the future. Until next time, I'm Marc Daniel Patrick, and thanks so much for watching.